Hi everyone, Jason back again, giving you a first-hand account of the Ohio Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio. Shawshank Redemption fans rejoice. This trip is for you. I'd like to say I'm an older family man with a wife and teenage son. We do our share of exploring and finding interesting destinations. This location has been on our bucket list for years, and we finally made the trek. So, right from the get go, I do recommend purchasing a guided tour ahead of time. These can be purchased online and include a self guided tour as well. They tend to fill up quickly, especially over weekends and holidays, we were told. So, a little prior planning may be necessary. I know it's not really truly the exciting way to start, but it is a true necessity. Now, let's get to the good stuff. When we initially saw the structure, the three of us were taken aback by the structure itself. Massive, stark, beautiful, something out of a fairy tale or a novel. We took a couple initial pictures on the outside and made our way to the ticket office, where we checked in and received our wristbands that gave us access to the good portion of the building. We elected to arrive a couple hours earlier than our scheduled tour so we could explore on our own. The directional signs made it very easy to navigate. This part of the reformatory is considered the Ohio State Corrections History Museum, so there's an opportunity to learn about the history of the site as well as view many artifacts from the past. Shanks, shivs, and knives, oh my. There was even an old electric chair from Columbus, one of the more macabre exhibits. And then once you wind your way through the main building, you will find yourself in the chapel, which was used for a variety of things. Then comes the heart of the eastern cell block, one half of the operation. If you're afraid of heights, this might make you a little uncomfortable as you navigate steel stairways and walkways, so something to keep in consideration. The lead paint is peeling, the cells are degrading, the spaces are incredibly small. It's really hard to imagine. We took our time as to not miss anything, but I'm sure we did. Once you leave the cell block, you enter the prison library, the infirmary, the shower, and various other nooks and crannies, each giving the sense of what life it was to be an inmate. We spent so much time exploring, we had to speed through the last little bit to make sure our tour didn't leave without us. So, on to the Shawshank tour. The fascinating part was you get so much information about the movie as well as the original roots of the reformatory. Without providing too many spoilers, you'll experience the warden's office, Brooks' apartment, the movie theater, the dining hall, and views and vantage points all too familiar. In fact, you'll learn that other Hollywood productions that used the reformatory included Air Force One and Tango and Cash. But for anyone like me who thinks Shawshank is one of the best films of their generation, it's amazing to take in these scenes, smells, and perspectives. A guided tour is so worth it. If there was ever a structure or building to explore or that grabs your attention, this is it. James, our teenager, was blown away by the whole experience. A couple little tips I will throw out there: that the building is old and there's a great deal of walking. Some areas are probably not appropriate for younger children, and comfortable closed-toed footwear is an absolute must. So please make that a part of your planning. Also, there are parts that photography is prohibited because there is an active prison next door. So once we left the reformatory, we decided to hit downtown Mansfield. There's ample free parking, which made it an easy experience. We hit one of the stops on the Shawshank Trail, the pawn shop window, which was a fun stop for all of us, and not far is the town square. Do yourself a favor and grab an early dinner at Uncle John's place. Seriously, a family-friendly restaurant with great food. Once we filled up, I had one more surprise up my sleeve, my favorite stop on the Shawshank Trail. Using GPS, we arrived at what was the intersection leading to Buxton, Maine in the movie. Well, it might not be in Maine, but it gave me and the family all the feels. So in conclusion, I would recommend this day trip to anyone who enjoyed the Shawshank Redemption or just has a fascination with old buildings and architecture. If you include the full Shawshank Trail, there's a full day of exploration, so budget your time wisely. In the words of Andy Dufresne, remember, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. I hope that this finds you and finds you well. Keep roaming, my friends.